Hello everyone, this is Relative Security and today we are going to discuss about network monitoring and defense. So, the evolving nature of cyber threats necessitates a shift from solely relying on network defenses as adversaries continuously adopt and share information on exploiting security controls. So, a technology-driven approach alone may result in false positives highlighting the importance of human involvement in threat detection and response. Let's talk about large enterprises. Large enterprises must establish robust security operation capabilities to swiftly prevent, detect, and respond to cyber threats, enhancing security policies and regulatory compliance. So, comprehensive situational awareness enables quicker detection and response to security incidents, minimizing the impact of a malware, credential theft, or data breaches. If we further talk about the TTPs and the IOCs, the enterprises can proactively identify future threats and expedite recovery with complete information about the environment using the tactic techniques and procedures or the indicator of compromises. Detection and prevention tools such as HIDS, HIPS, NIDS, and NIPS play a crucial role in network monitoring and defense by identifying and mitigating the potential security threats at both the host and network levels. So, the host based intrusion detection and prevention systems operate on individual hosts or endpoints within a network, monitoring and analyze activity on the host itself. It can detect suspicious activities or behaviors on a single host, whereas prevention host prevention system can actively block or mitigate those detected threats to prevent them from affecting the host. When we talk about the network tools, the network-based intrusion detection or prevention system function at the network level, monitoring traffic flowing across the network. NIDS passively monitors network packets to detect suspicious patterns or anomalies that may indicate an intrusion, while prevention system actively intervenes to block or prevent identified threats from traversing the network. Another important aspect is to forward the logs to the SIM solution because it is very crucial when it comes to the logs must be forwarded to. Another important aspect is to forward the logs to SIM solution because the SIM collects, aggregates, and analyzes the log data from various sources across the network infrastructure, including servers, firewalls, routers, and applications. So, when you're forwarding the logs to the SIM, organizations gain centralized visibility into their network activities, enabling them to detect and respond to security incidents effectively. The SIM correlates information from multiple sources to identify suspicious patterns or anomalies that may indicate potential threats or breaches, which allows actually the security teams to proactively monitor and respond to security events or incidents such as unauthorized access attempts, malware infections. If you want to know more about SIM and how it works, you will find a detailed video on the SIM on this channel. Go ahead and take a look on the SIM video to understand further how it works. Another control would be managing access controls. That's an activity under the network defense. This involves setting up authentication methods such as usernames and passwords, or more advanced techniques like multi-factor authentication to verify the identity of users attempting to connect remotely or access specific network ports. Access controls can entail defining and enforcing authorization policies that determine the level of access granted to authenticated users. ensuring they can only access the resources and perform the actions appropriate for their roles and responsibilities. Last but not the least, we are going to discuss fine-tuned detection strategies. In the context of network monitoring and defense, the process of optimizing the parameters and configurations of the detection mechanisms to enhance their effectiveness in identifying potential threats and security incidents is something of paramount importance. It involves adjusting various settings such as thresholds, rules, filters, algorithms, which are used by the intrusion detection systems, prevention systems, and SIM tools. When you're fine tuning these strategies, organizations can reduce false positives, improve detection accuracy, and increase the likelihood of identifying and mitigating security threats in a timely manner. So that's about the network defense, the network monitoring and defense, where we talked about the importance of monitoring the network devices. Next, we are going to talk about the security awareness and skills training. The security awareness and skills training control focuses on establishing and maintaining a comprehensive security awareness program within an organization to influence workforce behavior, enhance security consciousness, and reduce cybersecurity risks. This control is critical as human actions significantly impact the success or failure of a security program. Now, users intentionally or unintentionally can cause incidents by mishandling sensitive data, falling victim to a social engineering attack, or by using weak passwords. To address this vulnerability, the human part of the vulnerability, the regular and targeted security awareness training is essential. While we're talking about the human vulnerabilities, let's discuss it a little bit more. This security awareness and skills training control emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and addressing the human vulnerabilities, which can pose significant risks to organizations. These, by recognizing and understanding these vulnerabilities, organizations can develop targeted training programs to educate employees on identifying and mitigating potential risks, thereby bolstering the overall security posture. Regular training sessions should cover a wide range of topics, which includes password security, phishing awareness, regulatory compliance, and many more. Because by providing ongoing education and reinforcement, organizations can empower employees to make informed decisions and adopt secure practices in their daily activities. When it comes to regulation compliance, the importance of integrating current threat intelligence and regulatory requirements into the training content is also critical. Regulatory compliance plays a crucial role in shaping an organization's cybersecurity practices and ensuring adherence to industry standards and legal obligations. Therefore, training programs should incorporate relevant regulatory requirements such as GDPR, HIPAA, or PCI DSS to educate employees on their obligations and responsibilities regarding data protection and privacy. So, if the training content is properly aligned with the regulatory requirements and industry best practices, the organizations can enhance the relevance and effectiveness of their security awareness programs. So, what should be done? As we have talked about security awareness programs, these programs educate employees on cybersecurity risks and best practices, fostering a security conscious culture within the organization. For the social engineering attacks, users should be trained to recognize and defend against social engineering attacks because These tactics prey on human vulnerabilities rather than technical weaknesses. The authentication best practices is essential to enforce the importance of protecting access credentials and maintaining this integrity. Maintaining the integrity of authentication mechanisms, users should understand the significance of using strong, unique passwords, enabling multi-factor authentication, and safeguarding authentication tokens or devices. When it comes to data handling and data exposure, users should receive training on data handling and exposure to understand their roles and responsibilities in protecting the sensitive information. Training can cover topics such as data classification, encryption, secure file transfer methods, and proper disposal of confidential data. If in your environment you have to connect insecure devices, users should be trained to recognize the risks associated with connecting an insecure device to the organizational network or accessing the sensitive resources from uncensored environment. Now, the trainings that we are talking about, they can help educate the users. And these trainings should emphasize on the importance of defense device hygiene, such as keeping software up to date, enabling firewalls, and avoiding public Wi-Fi networks for sensitive information. Now, while we're talking about the general training of the users, there again we should talk about role-specific trainings. For example, employees in IT or administrative roles may require training on incident response procedures, system administration best practices, or regulatory compliance requirements specific to their job function. By providing role-specific training, organizations can ensure that employees have the knowledge and skills necessary to perform their duties securely and effectively. This targeted approach enhances the overall security awareness and reduces the likelihood of security incidents resulting from role specific vulnerabilities and oversight.